So hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Salesforce Makes Sense. I'm Himanshu and this is use case number 6 of record triggered flows, right? So let's quickly jump into the use case and see what the problem statement is. So when an opportunity is marked closed, lost, delete all the tasks that are pending or in progress. So which means the trigger object would be opportunity and it would be a status update, right? The event would be status update, and whenever that status is marked as closed, lost, we take a look at all the task record that are associated to this particular opportunity and we delete them. Now we do not delete all of them, we only delete the ones that are not closed or which are pending or in progress. All right, so let's jump into Salesforce and now let's go to flows and let's create our sixth record triggered flow. All right, I hope you are with me on the record triggered flow series. This is part of our flow builder curriculum and we have built about 5 record triggered flows. Let's build the sixth one now. Okay, so let's say new flow, and even this is something that can be done behind the scenes. So this would be a record triggered flow. You don't need a screen flow for it. All right, let's go to record triggered flow and let's say create. Now, what should be my object? The object should be opportunity. I hope you are clear about this now, like how to identify which object to refer to as the start point, right? Now, what is really happening? Are you doing a create operation or an update operation? You are actually doing an update operation, right? Because you are updating the status to some value. That is your entry criteria. So the trigger to I want to trigger the flow when the record is updated, and I want to set the condition as all conditions are met, and here I'll simply say that the stage is changed, right? So whenever the stage is changed equals true and the stage has been changed to closed lost is when I want to run this particular flow. Does this make sense? So the is changed keyword, what does this do? This ensures that this particular flow will run every time the stage has been modified, and also it is of a specific value. So if this is the entry criteria and it matches for an opportunity, only then it will go inside and do the actions. All right, which is why this will run every time the record is updated and meets the condition requirements. Okay, this is disabled because you have used the is changed keyword. So whenever the stage name will be changed, the record will be up, the flow will run basically. Okay, and alongside that it will also check one more thing, whether the stage is now closed lost. Only then it will go inside and try to execute actions. Okay, now what do we want to do? Do we want to update any field on the opportunity? No, we want to delete the related records. So we'll take an action against the related records. Okay, I'll simply say save and I'll call this record triggered flows number 6, delete tasks for a closed opportunity. All right, sounds relevant. Let's say save. Let's activate. This will not activate as of now, so let's just go ahead and start building it. So what do we want to do? We want to fetch all the task records that are associated to the current opportunity which is in context right now, right? So as soon as I modify an opportunity and I set it as closed lost, it will come into this trigger and it will try to find all the tasks that are associated to it. So how do I find the records? I use the get records element, right? So I'll simply say get records. Now I'll say fetch related task records, all right, which are not closed. Now what object do I need? I need the task object. All right, and here what should be my condition? My condition should be that the status does not equal closed or completed, right? Completed. So anything that's not completed is what I want to delete from the system. I don't want to keep that in track information. I just want to get rid of those tasks. Okay, now another thing, this particular query will fetch you all the task records which are in the system which are not completed, but we want only the task records where the parent is the opportunity that is currently in question, right? Which is why we need to do one more check, and that is nothing but the what ID, right? We talked about what ID and who ID. What ID is nothing but opportunity or an account, something that's non-living, and who ID is nothing but lead or a contact, more like an individual entity that really exists. Okay, so what ID should be equal to what? We have the record variable, if you remember, this record dot ID. So what I'm trying to tell the system is get me all the task records whose parent is the opportunity that is currently in context and that status of that particular task is not completed. Okay, now do I want only the first record? No, I want all the records. Okay, and I'll just let it be automatically store all the fields. If I want to select specific fields, I can choose this option and I can choose what fields to store. Okay, and if I want to assign it to a record variable, I can simply create a new record variable and I can assign it here so that I can use it later to set any values if that's the requirement. Okay, so I'll just say automatically store all fields of the task records that come into my context. Okay, once I have all the records, I can simply run the delete command. So I'll say delete records. Okay, I'll say delete tasks that are identified. So whatever is coming as part of the get condition, the get records, I want to delete all of them. Okay, so here if you notice, I can simply get the record collection variable, which is nothing but the task that I've gotten from here. I can simply mention this particular record variable and all the record IDs that have come as part of this particular get records will now get deleted. Okay, and if you want to specify conditions, you again have to choose the object and the criteria and you have to find that. But we have a record collection, right? We have the get records wherein multiple records are there and I want to delete that entire collection. I want to delete all of those task records. Okay, so I'll simply say save. I'll say activate. All right, so let's give this a try. Let's go to an opportunity. Right, let's open this test sold op. Let's take a look at if there's any open task. Yeah, there's an open task, right? What I want to do here is I want to say closed and I want to say select closed lost and say save. Okay, as soon as I did that, if you notice, the task got deleted from the system. All right, so which means our functionality is working as expected, right? Let me do something. Let me get rid of this status now and let's mark it as negotiation review. And now there are no tasks in the system. Okay, let's go ahead and try to mark the stage as closed lost now. Let's see what happens. So you see, we are getting an error here. All right, so the reason I wanted to show is this is because of the error. So if I just go ahead and say this one more time, just take a look at what the error is. It says the process has failed and there are no records in Salesforce that match your delete criteria. Okay, want to see it in a better view? Let's say this one more time. So you see this error message is showing. It's saying no records in Salesforce match your delete criteria. What does this mean? This means in our flow, what we have done is we have fetched records and we have deleted records, but we have never really checked whether records have been fetched or not, right? So this is more like a null check that you should put, or else your flow might fail because it's trying to delete records that do not really exist. So as part of the flow, it came inside, it took a look at the entry condition. Yes, the status is updated. What is the status stage value? It is closed lost. Okay, go inside, find if there is any task. No, I did not find any task, which means the collection variable that is assigned here, this particular variable, is nothing but an empty variable. It's more like null, right? So then it comes here and it tries to delete something that's null, and this is where it fails. So it says that there's no records that match your criteria to delete, but you're still trying to delete something which cannot be done, so Salesforce throws an error. Okay, so what we want to essentially do here is put a decision node. That's basically a safe practice. So I'll check found any task records to delete. Right? So this is where I can check. Yes, found. Now what would be my check? I'll simply check task from the variable is null equals false. I can simply check this, which means the variable that I am storing for storing all the task records is not null. If that is not null, only then go ahead and do it. So only then go ahead and do it. All right. So I'll simply say done. I'll just say cut and I'll move it here. Now it makes sense, right? Let's give it a save and let's activate it. Okay, and now if I go ahead and say select closed stage, I'll say closed lost. I hope this is activated. Yes, now this should not throw an error. It should simply say save. So you see the stage has been saved to closed lost even though there are no tasks, which means it just took this particular route and exited. Do you want to check that? Let's click on the debug button here. right? So I'll simply say skip the start conditions and choose the test sold op. If I choose this here and I say run, you see it tried to find records. It did not find any records, which is why here it failed to find the records. So it went to the decision and it executed the default outcome because the collection variable is null. So it did not go in here because it did not find any records. Okay, so it is null. And that's why it took the default outcome and just simply completed the flow. All right, what is one more good practice we could have done? We can also do something like add a fault path, right? So if something goes wrong here, we can simply show us message, right? We can show a screen where we simply say that something went wrong. We cannot show a screen, but we can show a error, right? We can show a custom error, right? And in this custom error, we can simply show that things did not work as you expected because there were no task records, right? So this is also something you can do. All right. So either way, you should ensure that your flows do not create problems for someone else. They do not create problem in the current process or the current business life cycle, and they are neat and they have all the checks in place. All right. So that's the primary idea. Even if you have a fault path, the user will get an error, which is still not a relevant idea. Right. So instead, it is better to take a decision so that the flow does not fail. Why? Because this is happening behind the scenes. Why should the user be prompted for some error that they don't even know exists? Right? So whatever we are doing behind the scenes, we have to handle it professionally, right? In a better way. So it's very much viable and sensible to add a decision node. All right, great. That was simple but not easy. Use case number 6. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.